Look, if you don't want to make that change within yourself, it's not going to get better. This might not apply to everybody, but if you feel like you're rock bottom, okay, and you're hoping for a better day, but you literally are doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's a definition of insanity. You are provided with a choice every day. You are provided with multiple choices throughout the entire day. Take that choice, make that change. You've identified a problem. You're saying you're rock bottom. Got it. You're there now. There's only one way, and it's up. So change your mindset. Use that choice and go a freaking different direction. Love y'all. Faceman VTT out.
Day 3 of retirement. As an infantryman, I was asked if I could clean the sink. So let's look at this. Definitely some kind of grime on there. And I open up the cabinet. What do I use? Nothing comes to mind. Like my experience is my skill set. Nothing. Wait a minute. Everyone knows this is how you clean everything. Infantry, retired.
You can just take it.
Would you like a military discount?
Do you offer one?
Honestly, cap of the day.
Please. Thank you.
CC's Pizza is the county fair of restaurants. You go in there, you look around, you feel a little bit better about yourself, then you realize that you're in there too. Tell me I'm wrong. Well, let's be honest. You know, not everybody's made for this life. It's scary. You know, you gotta jump out of a plane while it's moving. That's not natural. It's high, it's fucking wet outside sometimes, it's snowy, it's hot, it's dry, it's shitty. Who the fuck would want to be airborne? Best job I ever had.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, hosted by Nick, Dave, and Buddy. Real warriors making fun of other real warriors. Try to not get triggered.
What is up, everybody? We are back. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 129 of the Trash Talk Hour. Special guest today is Nick with Warrior and as always, I'm here with Buddy and Nick. Shut up, Buddy. We discussed this.
We got fucking seasons?
We got seasons, bro.
Hey, we did that. We just did a thing, buddy.
We just did a thing.
We're like, you know what? Fuck
we won't announce the season next show. We'll just announce the episode, but it's kind of a big deal, bro. 3 seasons? Come on, man.
It's like 129. I think it's like 129.
129, that's correct.
Yeah, something like that.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Boats is on the thread. What's up, Boats? We got all kinds of people. We got
it's been a while.
Terry's on there. Oh, Jimmy Bates, the only person who watches us on YouTube is watching. What's up, Jimmy? So
Bates.
Yeah.
Bates
you got Brian on from the mountains.
Uh-oh. Brian's on.
Jimmy's on there from Henderson, Nevada.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. How's everybody's summer go? How does everybody's summer go? Buddy, you're still overseas? You're in Spain right now?
By the way, 1 + 1 = motherfucking 11. Bravo.
Pickles. Pickles.
What are you, dumb or something? 11. Bravo.
Duh. Fucking moron.
Yeah, still hanging out.
Nice.
I'm in Spain now, in Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona, chilling out. Been walking around, looking at a bunch of Spanish stuff, bunch of Spaniards.
Mm-hmm.
Spaniards.
Yeah, they're not.
Spaniard.
They're like I said. Yeah, I came here looking for conquistadors. Found a bunch of conquistadorks.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get into that in a little bit, huh?
Yeah. No. I did find some not conquistadorks, but I don't think they were Spanish. I think they were something else. Oh, I can't wait to tell you the story. It's awesome.
Oh,
nice.
It made me feel good.
Yeah. Well, we are gonna kickstart it with a conspiracy, and this has been a crazy summer. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that one too much, but you guys saw what happened with the disclosure stuff. The in front of Congress and everything. You guys know I'm a big UFO and alien buff. So if you haven't watched that yet, it's on YouTube. It's like 1 hour and 20 minutes, but it's pretty interesting, the stuff that they're talking about. So there's a situation going on right now. Have you guys heard about the alien attack in Peru that is currently supposedly going down? So I just stumbled across this yesterday on TikTok, and then I started Googling it, and it was all over like all over the news in Peru. It was actually on the news here as well, and it's been going on since July 13th. Okay, so I did a lot of research on this. It's pretty wild. Obviously, I brought it in a couple bullets together, so I'm not going to sit here and talk about it for 30 minutes. But apparently this 15-year-old girl, this 15-year-old girl back in July was abducted, all right? She managed to escape her abductees, came back to the village. She was frightened, like terrorized. She had cuts on her neck and all kinds of stuff. Couldn't speak for like 2 hours because she was just freaked the fuck out, all right? So all the villagers in this village, it's called San Antonio, Peru, all right? They grabbed their guns and they went into the woods, into the jungle, all right? Not woods, into the jungle to find whoever these captors were, okay? Well, they thought they were going to stumble across some people, right? So according to them, they stumbled across 7-foot alien beings, okay? There's a video. Buddy, you're going to have your turn, okay? You're going to have your turn. There's a video on TikTok, one of the big ones, where they actually are like firing at these things, okay? So apparently these 7-foot alien beings, they have silver armor suits on, okay? They're bulletproof and they can levitate, okay? So if you just go on the TikTok right now, for anybody that's, buddy, chill out. For anybody that's watching this, go on TikTok, just look it up. There's pictures, all kinds of stuff. So in Peru, the news is covering this. They're going crazy, okay? They activate the military. They send the
Peruvian military?
Yeah,
Did
which
they come on llamas?
They sent the Navy of Peru, whatever. Yeah, they sent the Navy over there. And the Navy did an investigation and everything. And just yesterday, the Navy concluded that it was illegal miners, okay, that are coming into these villages to push people out to be able to then mine and do whatever they need to do. Now, everybody in this village is laughing about that because I don't think illegal miners have like jetpacks on and suits of armor and are like flying through the jungle, like harassing these people. Because this shit is literally going on like every night. Like, just Google it. So, long story short, there's apparently a war going on. It's been going on for 2 months. This village is fighting aliens, and that's the story. And it's all over Google. It's all over TikTok. So I'm going to give you guys my take on this. All right? I have no fucking clue. So there's a lot of stuff going on with that alien disclosure stuff. Maybe it's Project Bluebeam, which I spoke about. Maybe it's the government doing that, and they're going to fake some crazy, fake alien invasion, so then they can bring in the one world government and all that stuff. So it's actually a government entity doing this to trick us. That's my take. So 70% yes, it's gray aliens attacking these people, but the gray aliens are actually our government, and that is my take. Buddy, you can go. Or no, actually, we'll hand it over to our guest first. Nick, what is your take? What is going on in Peru?
I have no idea.
I mean, are these villagers just high or on drugs, or what are you seeing here? Like, there's like, they're shooting at things every night. Like, their village is getting terrorized by like things that are flying, and there's pictures online. Like, it's all kinds of crazy shit.
That one I haven't seen yet. I've been trying to stay away from a lot of it lately because it's driving me bonkers.
It's too much. It's too much to take in.
Yeah, it's just too much, man. It's like how you guys were talking about Germany just a bit ago. It's like German food is cleaner than ours. Wow, like
100%. It is, and we'll get Nick's gonna piss Nick off again. But it is. But anyway, so what's your take? What is it? I see Charmaine Schaefer says, totally with you, face man. Thank you. What is it? Is it miners just trying to kick those villagers out so they can mine?
I mean, how they levitating?
How they levitate and why are they bulletproof and not dying?
Yeah, why are they bulletproof? Yeah. I mean,
like there's hundreds of videos on TikTok by this
How
village
do they know they're bulletproof?
because they've shot at these things and they don't go down.
Maybe,
Like nothing happens to them. They're just like
They be
flying through.
holographic.
Dude,
Maybe they
Nick,
can't shoot.
Yeah, holographic. Yes, Project Bluebeam. That brings you back
Right.
to that. You know,
Right.
Like it's a government thing to just start scaring the shit out of us. You know.
Right.
So, okay. All right. So that's your take, maybe like a Project Bluebeam. It's the government faking this shit to scare us.
Holograms, yeah.
Holograms. I like
I
that.
mean, a hologram, you can't kill it.
Absolutely right.
Bulletproof,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Bulletproof. Bulletproof. Okay. All right. Well, I'll take that. That's good. Hologram. We don't know what it is, but hologram. All right. Cool. Buddy, what's your take?
How old was this young lady?
15.
15.
15
years old. Okay.
Yep.
So
I forgot to mention there was another man. His face got ripped off, and there are more injuries too. So
injuries, face ripping.
Didn't like a meth head in Florida rip someone's face off?
Yeah, and then he ate him under a bridge, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I've taken the liberty of drawing. I hope you can see it. It's a quick, like a Venn diagram. So
He's a college graduate. He's a college graduate now, people.
Yeah.
Thank you. CS is common sense.
Yeah.
Right. And GC, that's government conspiracy.
Okay.
Right. Where we're living with this one is right about up here. It's out of the diagram. So I'm just gonna go with what you've told me because I'm privy to the information prior to. But we're gonna go with a 15-year-old Peruvian girl escaped from 7-foot levitating proof flying through the jungle folks.
I mean, maybe she was skilled or something.
Also, we're going to throw out that the Peruvian government called out the Peruvian army. Which of the 10 of them did they call to show up?
Yeah.
They're worse than the fucking Marines. They ain't but a few of them. They're like, their motto is actually, I Googled it. It's like, join the Peruvian military. We're looking for one less than a few good men because that's all we got. It's just a little bit. And we'll give you a free llama or a yak. Anyway, the yak, llama, Peruvian 10-man army has held off 7-foot Silver Surfer motherfucking aliens for.
Well, they haven't held anybody off. This is
2
ongoing.
months.
Like there was
If
another
they're
attack on
fighting-
this village last night.
They're fighting.
It's
It held them off. That's what fighting means. Nobody's won.
yeah.
So 7-foot Silver Surfer levitating aliens could figure out how to get from fucking goddamn Octobia Nova here to get to Peru, and then they was like, fuck, jungle.
Thank you, Schaffer. He said, according to the news, they were criminals on jetpacks, right? That's yesterday what they said. Like,
No.
illegal minor. Like, that's what makes it so crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna go with.
Come up
I'm
with
gonna
a better.
go with. I would be closer to thinking that, I'm gonna channel my inner Joe with
Let's
this
go.
because I'm closer to thinking that some tall motherfucking miners got high as giraffe pussy, wrapped themselves in tinfoil, hooked themselves to their cranes, and they're just flying around, chasing down 15-year-olds to scare the shit out of them. That is the most common sense. The other shit doesn't make
Bro, you need to look at the pictures that are online.
whatsoever.
The pictures are fucking sick, dude. Like they have pictures of these
You
creatures
only had
in,
like
like
a month
trees
and a half
shit.
to get his pictures, Dave.
Yeah.
No, it's all over. It's all over. It's all. I just stumbled across this yesterday, and I was blown away because I was going to talk about the disclosure that happened, where we've actually been told now that we found biological entities and spacecraft, which was testified to Congress. That's a whole nother one. But like this one is crazy.
That the
man.
whole world has, like, the government has gone to shit, and they're like, we got to pull up the big guns to get people not to pay attention.
And I talked about Project Bluebeam long ago. This is the last straw.
That's all I got. That's just crazy. It's not real. Dumb. Doesn't make any sense.
You're nervous, buddy.
Like
you're nervous. You don't know. You don't know on this one. You were getting a little upset about the Vegas incident too, and now you're like, well, what the fuck? Now it's happening again. It's all over. I think we lost Buddy, huh?
That's fine. He'll come back.
He'll come back.
So I got to give a shout out to Crystal. Apparently, Jimmy, we got another person that watches on YouTube. So you got competition. All right. Looks like there's two out there. So what's up, Crystal? We'll get Buddy back, which sucks because there he is.
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, the alien.
Oh, I was seeing it. It was basically the government is shutting me down.
Yeah, the beauty of getting to go last in these conspiracies is I get to take it. Right, I get to get the viewpoints from everybody, and talking about with what Dave's saying about going in there to flush out the mines, so that they can get the mines. Now I'm not quite sure. I have to refresh myself on the Peruvian culture and where they're at right now, because I'm pretty sure they got a bunch of slaves down there working their mines. So there isn't really a reason for them to like they could just take over the government. They just take over the
Probably, yeah.
One man's slave is another man's underpaid worker. All right.
Correct. It's all about perception, buddy. It's all about perception.
In the 18.
Enjoy your iPhone, buddy. Yeah.
Everybody talking about iPhone and wearing Nike speaks out against slavery.
Yeah.
that cobalt comes from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Driving your Tesla, I think you're better than me. At least my car was built in Detroit. All right, not whatever.
My gas workers paid real.
Yeah.
Stop spitting that logic.
But I'm gonna go with that this is 100% fake, and I'm gonna say that because of like what Buddy channeling his inner Joe, and I brought up the meth head for a reason, because when you dig down far enough, eventually you hit those pockets of methane gas, right? And I don't know if the Peruvians are set up OSHA-wise, and EPA to handle that methane gas. I'm gonna go with no, right? And that they just got a bunch of methed out people down there right now running around shooting guns at fucking whatever they think they're seeing.
Dude, the firefights are insane, dude. Just Google it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
But then the pictures is what gets me, because they're like they're like taking flashlights and they're putting them into the trees, and then they're like shooting into the trees and shit. And then you're seeing these beams, like obviously they could be faking it all, but like they're putting a lot of effort into this. And like, I don't know. I mean, what gets me the most is it's all over the news over there. Like,
yeah, if they were smart, they'd bounce. They would bounce to Machu Picchu, and they'd have the high ground. They just
it's just super weird, man.
Yeah,
super weird.
What also is weird about this is
and that's why they wanted to get rid of TikTok. That's another conspiracy, because TikTok is so easily to just flow information. These are just villagers with their iPhone throwing a video on but oh no, we don't want TikTok because the Chinese government is spying on us. No, like it's a huge flow of information going on, and I think that's why we wanted to ban TikTok.
But here's where I get a little confused that maybe that this could be true. Is California had the wettest year in the last 50 years, right? And like the most rainfall of all time. Like all the lakes are back up. Some of them are even past capacity.
Oh, nice.
All that stuff. But I learned this in a book. Okay, there's an above ground river that starts in South America, all right, and goes over, and that actually when it hits the Andes, it drops, and that's what creates most of the action out of South America, like not the rainfalls. I learned that. Well, maybe that all that water is controlled by aliens up there, right? And
what are you talking about?
That's how they travel. Right, that's how they travel, so nobody sees them. So all that water going into California could possibly be an alien, invasion. So that it is possible. But I'm gonna go with a hard no on this. I think they're all high on methane that they hit when they were digging for gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've all converted.
Well, to the villagers that are fighting every night, I'm sending my thoughts and prayers to you.
Right, yeah. Hey, shoot straight, because apparently, why are you still shooting? Why are you still shooting?
Why they're still shooting?
Why are you still shooting? Start getting bombs. That's what the Iraq. That's what the terrorists did. They realized that they're not going to kill us with guns.
Everybody knows that if you're going to defeat an alien in the jungle, you have to cover yourself in mud on the side of like a little hill.
Right.
Duh. Like, have they not seen Predator?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Exactly. So we need to start sending Predator videos down there immediately as a psyops operation, and the special operations. Like start
teach them how to videos. Cut some wood so it falls down and hits them, and then.
You guys say that they did speak of cloaking devices as well.
Right. Hey, they're playing too much Fortnite, because right now Fortnite is in the jungle and you have cloaking devices. So I've been playing a lot of Fortnite as a retired person.
Yeah. But actually, I think
Anyway.
the jungle's in La Selva. But no, I'm really happy that we're back. From our little summer break because we need this on our Saturdays. This is our therapy.
Yes, sir.
But I've been waiting. Like, of course, I love to talk. So I'm going to give myself, the Book of Earl first. But no, we want Buddy to do it. We get a Buddy honesty cap today. I'm excited about this.
So I haven't seen Buddy in forever. It's good to see.
I know.
Buddy.
Right.
I just saw Nick last week. Yeah, we were getting shithoused for 4 days straight. So
I was. You were sleeping.
So anyway,
true.
For a long time, for many moons, I've given people a little piece of advice. This will come later in the story. But today in Spain was where it all just came together. So I was walking down the street. Actually, my fiance and I were walking down the street, boogity, coming back from dinner, and I see these gym rats, huge, probably 6'2", 245. Dude, no, you got nothing. Like, these dudes were legit. And I'm like, great, gym rats. And then they do something that blows my mind. They grab hands. They didn't grab hands.
I knew it.
Oh, they interlocked?
Hands.
Like one was more feminine than the other?
That make you uncomfortable, buddy?
Oh, it made me happy. It made me the happiest I've been in, like, oh, wow.
I almost spit my drink out.
I'm not even joking. It made me so happy. Mostly because it proved there have only been 2 times where I was ever, like, worried, like, about my own, like, being able to protect myself in, like, a bar situation. Time 1 was when I went to a gay bar in Raleigh, North Carolina. Going in there, first of all, let me put the honesty cap clear, like, just on. People can be as homophobic as they want. Gay dudes know how to party.
Oh, yes. I walked into that one in Myrtle
fun.
Beach as a private,
Right.
and it was a blast. Yeah.
They are like, and as long as they know that you're not, like, in the arena, they don't give a shit. They'll let you party with
You're good to go.
Oh, and they're fun. Like, they know the best drinks to order. Shit that's not like, oh, I'm a fucking triple whiskey because I got a dick. It's like, I'll have a fucking Cosmo because that shit tastes good, dude. Like, let's get ripped.
You're right.
But I have told people. And the other time, in that bar, like a 6'4" dude came in with cauliflower ear, and it was a gay bar. And I looked at the guy that I was there with as friends. We were in the Q course, and I was like, dude, he wanted it. There's not a lot we could do. He'd get that. Like, he gonna get it. He gonna get it anyway. He wasn't interested though, which I kind of took as a slight. Which, like, you could at least ask. You know what I mean? Give me the chance to say no. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then there was another time that a similar situation happened in Key West. That being said, I have told people for a long, long time, there are 2 types of people that you don't mess with because there's no way to win. Gay dudes and handicapped dudes, like mentally handicapped dudes. Because if you mess with them and you get the shit beat out of you, you just got beat up by a handicapped dude. Or you got beat up by a gay dude. Your friends aren't gonna now turn the coin a little bit. You beat them up. What are your friends gonna say? You beat up a handicapped dude? Like, okay, beat up a gay dude, but gay dudes are dudes. They're dudes. Like, those 2 dudes were dudes. Like, they were dudes. You don't gotta fuck with it. You get beat up. You would have a case to be like, yeah, I got beat up, but they were huge. And then your friends would still be like, nah, not paying attention. And handicapped dude, they got that strength. They'll pick you up and beat you to death with yourself. Just saying.
So it sounds like you got this from Eddie Murphy's skit, and then something about Mary. So it's good.
What? No.
So there's a good Eddie Murphy. There's a good Eddie Murphy skit where he's like, you got to be careful when you're making fun of homosexuals because of dudes. you know, and like they might whoop your ass. It's like, imagine if like Mr. T was gay, right? Like,
oh yeah. I remember that one, but no, that's
Hey,
not
boy.
where it came from.
hey boy,
I mean, it was pretty funny. Not your best
You-
performance, buddy. I think
you
you're
look-
a little
you look-
rusty.
you look mighty cute in them jeans.
I've been off for a month. You guys are just worried that you're gonna offend somebody. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, not at all.
No,
not at all.
Yeah.
So hey, how are the? I'll
Gonna get
lead
canceled.
into it for you. How are those conquistadors?
They're not like they're few and far between. Like I said, like I've literally been like we've been in Spain, like going around Barcelona, like all over the place, and not impressed. Like
Yeah,
it's just they're not like I was like 200. It was only 200 conquistadors that like took down the
The Mayan Empire.
and took down the Mayan Empire, but also in Peru. Not a huge deal. They went there too. Anyway, but
Maybe
there
it's
was
their
only 200
spirits
mercenaries that did
now
it.
that are haunting people.
And now I'm thinking, like, what was wrong with them that they got taken over by these dudes? Because these dudes are tiny. They're little fellas.
Yeah, I always want. You're kind of hurting my feelings about Spain. I haven't been there. I always wanted to go there, and I thought like you go.
I've been
there,
I've been twice. No big deal.
It's a
like
good time.
you'd go there and you'd see like the like you're talking about like the Spanish man from like
No.
Yeah,
from,
that's what I thought.
Zorro.
Like I thought we were.
But you know, like you're about to see some warriors, like some dudes that like, and then. But I do got to break apart your honesty cap a little bit because I think
Sambuca? Or no, not Sambuca.
I've
The
been
wine in the bucket. Are you drinking the wine in the
Sangria.
bucket with the
Sangria.
sangria with the straws?
Yeah.
Dude, a whole bucket
So-
full.
Yeah. Hey, Bill's full of laundry right now. Watch it. Says Dave, don't censor him. All right. So it's like, yeah.
I think that was the baker getting all upset.
Amateur hour over here.
Yeah.
But I gotta break down buddy's honesty.
I got Plan B just in case.
I think we got into the inward Buddy Beckwith,
Wait,
actual
what? I
homosexual
never said the
tendencies.
N word.
No, inward. Inside.
Inward, inside.
Inward.
Like, I didn't say the
Right.
N word.
So,
Hold up.
like, I just want to
Get
make
on
sure that
today.
Buddy, if you don't mind, we can get this out in public. Maybe it'll make you breathe a little bit easier. But you do have some homosexual tendencies, and that's okay. And I think we stepped onto something there where you wanted that 6'2" gay guy in the bar to take you. Like that's what I got from that was you're telling a story about like he could take it if he wants. But are you verbalizing a fantasy? I think you're verbalizing a fantasy of what you wanted to come out. Like
Hold
you
on.
wanted that to
First
happen.
of
I'm okay
all-
with it.
That would
I'm not
explain
judging
some of
you.
those 2
I'm
or
not
3 in the
judging
morning
you.
text messages, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of all connect the dots. That's all I
First
know.
of all, I don't text people at 2
It's
in the
okay
morning.
to have a crush
Text
on a
me at
dude,
2 in the
buddy.
morning.
It's okay.
We love you, man. We support you, bro.
Secondly,
Yeah.
everybody wants to be wanted, boys. That's not a new thing.
I'm
Everybody
saying it's
wants to be
okay
wanted.
to be wanted by a dude.
Mhm.
Like it's okay to want that.
Yeah.
Right? Like and like so.
Well,
tell us
no. Buddy's really okay with that. That's the thing.
Tell
I
us
think that's
you
the point.
wanted that
Yeah.
6'2" guy
I'm not
to
the
take
guy
you.
that's gonna get like offended if some dude comes up to me and goes, "Hey, you've got nice eyes." I'm gonna go, "You know what? Thanks, partner. I appreciate
You didn't
it."
say
Yeah.
that though. You wanted him to
Yeah.
come up and grab you and tell
Yeah,
you
and hold
that
your hand
size,
maybe even.
and not
More
give
like-
you a chance.
Just
not
right
give
on
you
the
a
back of the
chance.
neck a little bit, like just
Yeah.
cut the side of my face with his MMA style fighting hands.
No, Monica,
Just
that was
softly
JMPI.
whisper in
Yeah.
my ear.
Monica, let's not
Not
turn what
airborne.
infantry
Yeah.
guys do into homosexual stuff because although it is extremely homosexual, it's not. All right, when infantry guys are
spank-
touching
Monica in
each
the
other,
chat says, Buddy did give Nick a spanking at Dave's wedding. I have a
I did
video
not.
of this, and they were doing
It's on
JMPI.
TikTok.
All right?
Yes.
That-
Dude,
Give
man,
it to
that
us.
was-
I guess we
what song?
did.
What,
Yeah.
what song? what
Freaking
song was
legs,
it?
man. Freaking
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, don't turn it into something it's not. Monica.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got plenty.
Airborne.
We got
Airborne.
plenty of. We got plenty of
That's
homo
got to
vibes
do
going on
with-
right now without bringing in the infantry stuff.
That's
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
do with safety, everyone.
Yeah.
That's it's not homosexual if it's safe.
So, buddy, again, help the veterans out here because there might be veterans watching right now that are closet, like and that maybe there's just something they don't think is natural, but you kind of just came out of the closet a little bit there about how you wanted that guy to take you. Like, tell us like how that transition felt, like where you're like, it's okay to think that way. It's okay to think that I might want that guy to take me.
So I do have another story.
I think we'll just do a full episode on this, and it's going to
This one I
call
thought
Buddy
was
coming out of
pretty
the
funny,
closet.
but it's
Buddy's
not.
coming out.
It's not my story. It's actually a story from my fiance's mom's boyfriend, whatever.
Now here comes I'm engaged, guys. Can't come after me.
Anyway, he went to a party. He went to a party in the 70s in Paris, and they ended up having it was a gay party, and they ended up having, as funny as it sounds, trouble with the plumbing. So they had to call a plumber. The plumber got there. And the plumber,
No pun intended.
I'm not. Hey, it's true from him. True story. I don't know. Anyway, he said that they had to call a plumber. The plumber came, and the plumber was super like, "Don't let any of these dudes touch me. Like that's gross." Blah blah blah.
All right.
So he goes in. The dude that was hosting the party, as the guy's working on the plumbing, comes in, offers him a couple drinks. They ended up drinking, and then the next morning, when everybody was trying to leave, the plumber comes out of the bedroom and it's like, "We're not having drinks anymore. Like, what are we doing?" So it can happen. Hey, look, be you. You know, if that's
be free, be you. I wonder how they're doing.
Be you. Yeah, shout out to that kid, man.
We gotta check out on that kid. He's probably,
that kid was a stud, dude.
Now. Yeah.
Probably a millionaire already, man. He had
I'll reach out to him. I still got their contact up.
Yeah, we're still on Instagram. Yeah.
Those of you who are watching for the first time, welcome to the Dumpster Fire. Now the only script that we have is, it takes me about 2 minutes to make, and I usually, it's either Buddy or I do a 15 to 20 minute segment. Dave does his conspiracy, and then we have the guest. However, we don't have you don't have to have any qualification other than being a veteran, a first responder, a supporter of the causes, that you're doing something great for the community and or something funny for the community, anything, right? And we'll promote you. So that's the point of this show. So if you know anybody that needs to get on here, just send them my way. All right, Big Earl at veterantrashtalk.com. Have them email me, and we'll get you on the show. That being said, we got Nick. Help me pronounce your last name. Is it Canetti?
Canetti, yes.
Canetti, nice. I got that, Dave, without having to go to Italy.
Right? Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Turns out I speak English, right? But no, we got Nick Canetti. He's coming to us from Maryland, and this was an interesting thing because he reached out to us on Instagram, wanting to know if we could make shirts for him, which the answer is 100% yes. But I was like, no. Before we do that, what shirts for what? What do you got going on? And he's this is kind of new for us. He started a skateboard nonprofit to where you're getting veterans to break their ankles and knees, all right, maybe some elbows, because hey, you've been through all this danger, get on this fucking thing. I don't know if any of you tried to skateboard in your 30s or 40s after deploying. I tried to get on one of those little where you can hold on to it scooters, and I almost died. Right?
That's called a razor.
That's a razor. I tried to get on one of those, and I almost had a bad day. I was like, I'm out. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna do the walk. But you got into the Army as a 31. I think it was Bravo or something like that.
31 uniform.
31 uniform. What is that?
Signal
dog?
support
No.
system specialist.
Oh,
Signal
snap.
support system specialist. But then
That's 25 now. That's 25 now.
Yeah.
But then in your bio that you sent me, then the government found out that you had some ties to some Alabama organizations, and you lost your security clearance. And then you had to reclass as an aviation mechanic. Is that what it was?
I was a wheel mechanic.
Wheel mechanic. Okay, yeah. So did you go to old Fort Jackson?
Yep. Reclassed in Fort Jackson.
There you go. Yes, Monica, we knew you were a 31 series. That's why I said that.
Monica is no longer Monica. She's now considered the leg.
The leg, yeah. Monica, the
leg. Isn't she
that?
But she's also the president of their the Legion.
Yeah. But anyway,
she's a vice. Let's not give her too much credit. Let's not call her too much. Vice commander.
Legionnaires.
Back to Nick. So obviously you weren't squared away enough in the military to be single, but they said, here, you can turn these wrenches. But,
right.
Hey, welcome to the Trash Talk Hour. Welcome to the Dumpster Fire. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you got going on with these skateboards.
Well, I chased the Brotherhood when I got out. I non-deployed. I'd never deployed. I got out in 2003. Rejoined the National Guard in 2005. That was a joke, so I left. After 2 years, I got out of there and was like, nah, I'm done.
And weekends were rough, huh?
Brotherhood, and I found a veteran motorcycle club. I joined that, and well, I can't do things half-ass. I gotta do things whole ass or don't do them at all. And next thing I knew, I was in a 1% motorcycle club, no longer a veteran thing at all, and I was ripping and running like a wild animal.
What club were you in?
I don't want to say it. I won't mention.
We don't need it. We're good.
I don't want any of that juju.
Yeah.
I do. We had the guy in the show that infiltrated the Angels, man.
We
So
do.
Let's go.
Okay.
That's quite a few crazy people.
Yeah. But then he told them, so
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. It's different. You're good, Nick.
Right.
Carry on.
So, that led me nowhere fast, man. I was on drugs and alcohol constantly. It just got bad. Now it got to the point where I even quit drinking and everything, man. I want nothing to do with any of it anymore. And then when I finally got away from it, and I just got into a nasty depression. I was getting sober. I was getting off of it. Was more the drugs for me. It was cocaine and methamphetamines with the club I was with.
Yeah, you were going all in.
Going all in. I mean,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. So then I just kind of got into a funk, man. I was in my bed for 2 years straight. My youngest daughter, she's the baby. Of course, she wanted to get a skateboard. And I said, oh, well, baby wants, baby gets. So I got her a skateboard. And as soon as I tried to start teaching her, I was like, man, I miss it. I didn't even realize I missed it. I mean, I skated before I joined the Army. I got in some trouble after hurting myself on a skateboard. I ended up drinking myself into an oblivion back then. And that's what led to me going to the military. I was like, man, I'm going nowhere in my life. So then, now here I am 25 years later teaching my daughter how to skate. And my wife's like, I've only ever seen that smile on your face one other time. And that was in a picture of you skating in the 90s. So now here we are. I started realizing, man, this is really like my health has gotten better. I've gotten out of the house more. I'm smiling more. I'm out of my own head. I'm away from the drugs and bad people. I'm in a more positive environment now. And I just realized like other veterans could use this. This could be something great for plenty of other veterans, whether you skated before you joined the Army or the military, whatever. Or if you never skated at all, I mean, step on a board, try it out if you have interest, or if it was BMX that you did. If you were big into BMX before the military, jump on a bike. I mean, it'll bring a smile to your face that like you haven't experienced since you were a kid. And, I just feel like this could be a great avenue for mental health.
Nice. Yeah, especially like if you look at the military, like a lot of people join when they're 17, 18. They were a skater or whatever they did, extreme sports. And then they do their 10, 20 years and they get back out and they're kind of like that same person for 20 years in the military. Then they get out and then want to jump back into. So what is it exactly like? What kind of services do you provide? So do you like, it's an organization now and they like link up with you then, or like, what does that look like?
Right now, I'm kind of like in the beginning stages of this whole thing. My plan is to be able to give skateboards to veterans who show interest. Once you show me you got some interest, I'll give you a skateboard. Boom, here, have a skateboard. Let's skate together, right? If you're close by me, let's skate together. If not, I'll mail you a skateboard. Let's do this thing. Like, get on it. Let's get out of your head. I mean. With skateboarding, you better not be in your head while you're on a skateboard. You're gonna eat shit. You're gonna hurt yourself. So, you got to be more focused on what you're doing while you're on a skateboard, and I think that's what kind of helps take your mind off of everything else, because you got to focus so heavily on what you're doing, so you don't.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I was going to ask you that. I was going to say, what about skateboarding, helps you, deal with certain stressors or, even get away from things. And we always try to coach the people on Veteran Trash Talk, our community, that when you say that this is the answer to this, I mean, that's the answer for you. So like me, I wouldn't want to skateboard, but I'm not going to be closed-minded, like, well, skateboarding's dumb. No, like, what? So like skateboarding, I like how you put that, because like anything else you can pick, it's something that you have to concentrate on, right? You have to focus. Otherwise, it can become extremely dangerous real quick.
Yes.
So talk me through that. Like, what goes through your head on a skateboard? Because like I said, I don't even think about that shit. Because I'm not. So what is that focus? What does that do? How did that center you?
Well, it's just paying attention to what you're doing and staying focused on one thing that's not. It's staying focused in the current moment, really. Like, I mean, if I'm off in my head somewhere while I'm skating on the street, I could hit a pebble and just be eating concrete, So you really got to just focus and just pay attention to skateboarding and what is it you want to do. And then you start all right, I want to start trying a trick here, and now you're so heavily focused on what am I doing wrong how can I make the board flip this way? You're so busy thinking about those things that you're not focused on everything else.
Yeah, you zone in on the task at hand. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Have you thought about going to Peru and getting there's some dudes that have levitating stuff.
They might make your skateboard obsolete.
Yeah, I mean, you could come up with a new thing. No, but for real, I'm wondering, skateboarding is cool, and we're all veterans, but we are also of a certain age bracket where, like, we have to, like, I don't even go out drinking without like doing a risk assessment of how much I want to like recover from drinking. Like, how important is this slide scale? How many days do I want to give to the recovery process? Anyway, have you thought about like possibly having like, veterans are generally a great group of guys, people, soldiers, whatever, like,
right?
Everybody. Anyway, but a lot of times we get wrapped around what can, gimme, like what can we do for us, like but what about, I mean, have you thought about, like, there are a lot of kids out there, and we bitch about the new generation and how soft they are and how, like, freaking, they're not going to make it and they need mentorship, but then we don't mentor very well. Have you thought about like giving, like having veterans buy a skateboard to give to a kid who's being taught how to skateboard by a veteran who can use his experiences or her experiences to like
that's a great
help shape a kid so it doesn't get to like the same situation like mixed up with drugs and then have to join the military. Maybe they look and they go, that ain't a bad idea.
Dave, turn your cell phone off.
I know.
Not me, Dave.
I said Dave.
He's very rude.
Buddy, that was a haiku.
Like today, I actually gave a skateboard to a little boy at the skate park today. It was a monthly thing downtown in Baltimore City. They have boards and breakfast. So we went out to skate at 9:00 this morning. And the little boy was there, and he's there every month. He's there, and so I had another board company gift me a board that I then turned around and re-gifted to him today. So,
yeah, how'd that make you feel though?
Oh man, I felt great.
You know what I mean?
He was very appreciative of it.
Yeah. But like I said, we and it's there are what 55,000. 401 or 503
77,000
or whatever.
Yes,
77,000 now, like nonprofits that are all gathered around like getting veterans things. And we all became veterans for a reason. We wanted to give back to the country at some point, at some level. Some of us wanted to go to college. Some of us they thought that a red beanie little hat would probably get us a girl.
Probably.
Right.
It's not true. Everybody's got one in Fort Bragg.
There's
except
20,000
for
of them
ones-
there with red beanies on. And 12 girls.
Doesn't work very well, but but at some level, we all wanted to give back and do the whole JFK thing. That's not what our country can do for us, but what we could do for our country. Like, the best thing that we can do is bring up the next generation of people that are going to be the warriors and the leaders of this country, and it's time for us to quit bitching about 80-year-old politicians and 25-year-old douchebags and start becoming the leaders that turn the 25-year-old douchebags into grown-ups, and the 15, 16, 17-year-olds into the men and women that are going to lead this country when we're 80-year-old douchebags.
Yeah, big facts. Hey, Nick, do you have a 501c status already?
I don't yet. I'm working on it. I got the paperwork. I'm just waiting on money.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So we got Brian saying good evening, gents, from Maryland. Hey, Nick's coming from Maryland, and then Terry says, Nick, I'm going to suggest this to the sheepdogs because we already have Trail SDIA. So again, that's what the beauty of this community is how would Terry go find you? What's the website? How do they get to you? And we got a lot of people that we've had on this show that can help you get that 501c started, right? Okay. Like we can link you up with experts and probably even some other nonprofits designed at doing that to help maybe even find the funding for you. Like there's gotta be grants in Maryland for what you're doing to get you funded. It has to be. So, and if not, I'm sure we could find something. But yeah, where do people find you and find more information to get in touch with you?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Warrior Skate Co.
Okay.
As of right now, that's all I got.
All right, we're just getting started.
If you start rollerblading, I'm in. I was a street skater, rollerblader in the 90s.
Yeah.
Dave right away with his, I was, what do you call it, extreme inline?
Extreme inline? It was good for about 4 years. It was in the...
That's like when a Cap
Games
Scout
and
says he's
but then,
basically infantry,
but
right?
then it
like,
ended.
You know how easy it is to rollerblade? Like, come on. Like, yes, it's very easy to rollerblade.
Oh,
Dave.
my God.
Like,
I don't understand.
Do it, right?
I don't understand how my story of thinking...
I want to see you, like, jump on a rail and grind down a rail and do, like...
It would be flattering to get hit on by a homosexual man. Got more bullshit thrown at me than Nick saying that he rode a fucking Razor scooter.
Look, I own it. I own it.
Sports wise, and you.
I tried to.
An inline skater.
I tried to.
We did try. Nick, we did skate in Fayetteville.
I don't have a Razor. My daughter has a Razor.
In the cul-de-sac.
it.
Nick,
you stole your daughter's Razor?
Yeah. Actually,
that is disgusting on several levels. That sentence is horrible. All the way around.
So real quick, Nick, you might have covered this, but are you a vert skater or are you a street skater?
I do a little bit of everything. I'm not quite to the vert dropping in yet, but I skate on the big ramps.
Yeah, because that's not my thing either. I wasn't like big into half pipes. I could do half pipes,
you weren't
but I was
really
more
extreme.
into like.
You weren't really extreme then.
No, street extreme. Like I was jumping on rails, like handrails, going downstairs and stuff. Like I was doing all that stuff, man. I was pretty damn good. You know, Charlie. We were chasing sponsors and everything back then. Yeah, we were good. We were good.
Yeah,
but then the X Games and then inline skating went away. Like it got destroyed.
Dave, who you might not know, was also a child German rapper. In his big,
I got a pretty cool background, dude.
Coat, skating through cones, just with 1 foot in front of him, just getting it.
No, I didn't do any of that.
Yeah, a lot of us are.
I bet
a lot of us are guilty of this. It's like we always say, the most dangerous lie is the one that becomes truth. And Dave has been telling the story for years that it's become truth. That he's this inline extreme skater rapper from Germany, and now he literally believes it. Okay, so
you met Charlie multiple times, Nick.
I didn't see him skate.
They were skaters together. I have pictures.
The only child rapper on this on the show right now that can spit bars in English, then go to German, then go to Italian. So basically,
Italian
power and one and the savior power.
Terry says
all in one.
Impact assistance. My sergeant major I think you meant to say just climbed Kilimanjaro. Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, find out what that is. And then Bill says getting a BJ from a dude buddy is less gay than inline skating. But then we've already
getting is not even.
I'll own it, bro.
I mean,
Hey, buddy, let me break that one
Bill's
down
problem?
for Bill.
Receiving is not an all gay, guys.
Yeah, but buddy, I don't think he was talking about getting. I think he was. I think he was talking about getting forced to give by this crush that he had.
Said.
Yeah, but that's what you were saying. But we'll go to Brian here. Now we'll get a little more serious. He goes, I want to throw it out there. 25th of August, a few vets and civilians are doing a 13K for the 13 fallout the Kabul airport attack. Hey, Brian, you should reach out to the Ultimate Sacrifice Foundation. That's who we partner with. They just sent the 13 families of the fallen fly fishing for a week. And what we just did last weekend, Dave and I, and then Paul, our BTT's mental health coach or whatever the hell he was calling himself, big ball guy with a beard.
Big ball guy with a beard.
Yeah. Big ball guy with a beard. We raised $4,500 to get to them, so it's gonna be cool to give them that check and see what they do with it. Yeah, we're starting to get a little more juice. You like, hey, we raised $500. All right, now it's we're starting to get. So yeah, Brian, check Ultimate Sacrifice Foundation out. Maybe they have some connections that might get you a little bit more press with what you got going on there. Let's see what else we got here. That's about it for that.
So we do. We connect.
Tell us the next step. Like, tell us if you don't mind getting maybe a little more into the deets. Obviously, that was awesome that you shared that. You're pretty much right at rock bottom, and then it was something from your past that was positive that you were able to start to dig yourself out. If you can break down a little bit more about that, because it wasn't just that easy, right? It couldn't have just been. Was it a light switch, or was it like what was that? Like, what was it that got you into like this idea? And then give us what the future is, like your actual plan, and see if we can help you out with it.
Okay, so it kind of was a light switch because it was my youngest daughter. She wanted to learn how to ride a skateboard, and I said, okay, well, I can teach you that because I used to. And then once I stepped on the board again, it was like, oh man, I missed this. But I guess it was a gradual thing of starting to actually do it more frequently, which led to the more I did it, the more happy I found myself. And that's where I was like, okay, you know what, other veterans could benefit from this, in ways that the same ways I did. I think other veterans, if they have interest in it, getting into it, and as you do it more and get better at it, it starts to be more and more rewarding. When you land that first kick flip after 25 years, you're so stoked. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. It gives you something else to be happy about and something else to look forward to. Next is the varial flip, then the tray flip, and you know what I mean? What trick can I do next? And it gives you something else to focus on. It gives you something else to accomplish. And where I want to go is, like I said, I want to be able to just be giving boards away. I've had a thought recently of being able to almost combine the motorcycle club concepts with skateboarding and maybe start like a veteran skate club to where you just get people from everywhere who are veterans that want to skate, and everybody kicks in maybe a monthly dues or something. And I send out quarterly packages to these guys, and they get a free skateboard, free shirts, free whatever we make, right? And then whatever above and beyond that, I want to be able to donate to places like America's Vet Dog, Fisher House Foundation, reputable veteran charities.
All right, so then you might be looking at, this is where we got to dive into a little bit. You might be looking at going for profit instead of nonprofit, right?
Yep,
and starting a club that actually, does that donation piece. But what I'd offer you right now is, I think if you entertained Buddy's idea and maybe got with Buddy to where it was a sponsor program to where a veteran buys a board for somebody else. Right. Whether it's a veteran or, maybe just a kid that's, lost in his ways, but a veteran sponsors it. We'll get behind that. and we'll upfront some cash for that as well. If that's something you entertain with Buddy, that means Buddy has to do some work other than traveling the world and just being selfish in Spain. But we'll look into it. And then, hey, Terry says that I'm with the Gary Sinise Foundation. Please check out the Sheepdog Assistance Impact Assistance. No, Terry, we're not going to check it out. How about you email me and you just tell us all about it, right? You come on a show and then bring them on here and we'll do it, because I believe the last person I had on here was Scott Mann with the Last Out Legacy Green Beret.
Pretty sure Terry is connected with Scott. I
know. I know. That's what I'm doing, Dave. So
and we donated to the Gary Sinise Foundation as well.
Yeah. So go ahead and get on the show, and let's definitely put that out there. Let's see here. Anybody got anything else for Nick here? Otherwise, I was going to ask him to explain some of those boards behind him. I like the 1 second from the left, right up my alley.
If you do rollerblades in the future, I need some K2 fatties.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess.
What are those boards back
now I'm all over here reading freaking all these comments. I can't read and talk.
That's hard. It's hard. Brian Lee, I'm glad with the suicide awareness, and we're not downplaying it, but we are more about the suicide prevention, right now. We are aware of the problem. How do we attack it? Right? How do we do something to stop it? So, Terry, let's get you on the show. Let's get that Sergeant Major who climbed Kilimanjaro. Let's get him on here, and maybe we'll talk about it, see what's going on. But all right, here's your quick little AAR. It was a nice quick show back from the break for season 3. But Dave came on the show and he brought up these 7-foot-tall hovering aliens.
Google it.
That are trying to force the Peruvian workers out of their mines, so that they can take over the mines.
But they're not high tech enough to keep a 15-year-old girl from escaping, or be able to defeat the Peruvian llama army.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. Buddy chimed in and said, "Oh shit, the Peruvian llama army is coming, all 7 of them." Right, and so it was actually 4 active duty, and then they activated the 3 National Guard. So, geographical.
They're just fucking riding up on llamas, tossing empanadas at them.
Yeah, and then the second best.
Buddy, these guys are getting terrorized every night. All right, literally attacking. You're making fun of them. Come on.
Well, actually,
every night.
Actually, I can stop by AAR because Bill's contributing to the conversation and says, "What's the hardest trick to teach kids?"
An ollie.
Ollie or a kickflip, huh?
Yeah. An ollie is the hardest trick to teach the kids because it's the base of all tricks. To some kids, it's a giant mountain to climb. But once you get that ollie, you can get the kickflip. You can get everything else comes.
I can do a kickflip.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I just did one.
Rollerblade. He does a sick rollerblade kickflip, guys.
No, I can do it on a skateboard too, buddy. I can do it
real
on
hard
a
to
skateboard.
hard to just roll on 8 wheels and jump. Like, wow, that's tough. Like, as opposed to balancing.
But then he kicks.
Yeah,
he does like a kung
kicks,
fu.
yeah.
That's it. And he flips. Kickflip. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, you got to push the board down, and then you give it a little tap on the side of the board with the other.
That's right.
All while spitting bars.
Yeah,
that too. Bill, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So Bill wants to know what's the best starter board because his daughter wants to get started. What's the best starter board?
Bill's a sergeant major. He can just interrupt the AR and do whatever he wants.
If she's young, you want to get a small board. If she's real young, you want to get her a smaller board. Go to your local skate shop, and they'll get you straightened out.
In the spirit of the dumpster fire, make sure it's an actual skateboard though, because my daughters play instruments, so I got my youngest a saxophone, and then I ordered a beginner clarinet for my oldest daughter.
Watch that, Sergeant Major.
And when we got it, my daughter's like, "Dad, this clarinet's really small." So it's actually like a clarinet.
Is it a recorder?
No, it's not a recorder, but it's a clarinet. It's a clarinet for either a carny or like a 6-year-old. So it's it's the same keys and it's the clarinet, but it's like freaking super tiny. I'm not my bad. All right,
Stay away from the Walmart boards. They don't roll right.
Yeah, stay away from the Walmart boards.
Yeah.
Cheap fuck day. I mean, Bill. Everybody knows Bill's cheap, so
He is.
Yeah,
He is.
Don't be going there buying a $5 board and then expecting.
Tell me that he's. I'm a civilian now, Bill. You got shit on me.
So it wasn't a piccolo, Monica. It was an
carry on,
clarinet.
Bill. Carry on.
It was a junior one. It's not a piccolo. I'm telling. It's not
The piccolo. What are you dumb? You don't even know what a piccolo is?
It's not. It's an E flat clarinet beginner, but it was made for carnies. Okay, like it's just so
You're
we got to
the same guy that
Got
thinks
it from
that
Wish.
a Razor scooter is basically a fucking skateboard with training.
It is with training handlebar that I still died on. Okay, like I'm literally still in pain from it. Right, just the one kick. I tried a kickflip on it and fell off. Either way, the second best part of the show was when we actually dove into Buddy's inner homophobia, and we found out that not only should you party at gay bars, right, because they're awesome, but you should find a guy in there that maybe breaks out a fantasy of where they take you.
Whoa,
right?
You're
They take
saying
you, and there's
homophobia.
nothing you can do.
I'm gonna make some shorts out of that one.
Yeah,
I'm
make
gonna,
some.
No.
I'll post them later on
Phobia.
social media so everybody
I
can
don't know what phobia
track
means,
him.
but
What's
it's
going
not.
on.
Right,
not-
no,
I
because
don't have a
you
phobia.
well, now you don't. That's the point. Is you came
Yeah.
out and talked about it and how
I
it's no
never had
longer
a
a phobia to you, and like you want.
What a
you
way to
wanted-
kickstart season 3.
Yeah, you
Love
wanted
it, buddy.
that
Thank you.
man to
Thank you.
take you.
Season
And so
3.
thanks, buddy, for coming
We
out.
didn't know we were on
and-
season 2.
we skipped it. But and then the best part of the show is if you rewind a little bit or rewatch it, if you're listening on our Spotify and other things.
YouTube and all the other things.
We got our 2 watches on YouTube now. 2 comments on YouTube. That's the record. All right. But
We're still banned on there, I think.
Yeah, we're shadow banned that for sure.
Yeah, for anybody that's watching, just go in there and give us a like and a subscribe. Just do that.
Go on YouTube and do it. That way they can break that stupid.
We can start
algorithm.
monetizing that crap. Yep.
But Nick, he was, in either the Angels or the Outlaws. He won't tell us. All right, he was, and he was down in the dumps. And again, we say this on a lot of our shows. We've been through it before. It's like some people, they got to hit rock bottom, and before they get up off their ass and do something good. And some people don't ever get off the ground and do it. So cheers to you, Nick, for you were on your ass and you got up and you did something about it, and now you're finding a way to share that. Dave, stop typing with your microphone on. All right, for the love of fucking God.
Chris made me do it. God.
First of all, you're not fucking selling anything, okay? It's Megan selling. All right, so don't even think like you're doing business, okay? We all
What are you
know
talking
who's selling
about?
shit there. I thought you were saying another email. All right,
No,
I
I was
email.
responding to Chris.
God,
He
your
keeps
phone's
texting
going
stupid
off.
shit.
You're typing without being on mute. Get back in the game here.
It's been a
All
month.
right, Jesus,
It's been a month, and we've just
because
lost
that's
our
what we all
months.
want to hear. Is
2
we all
months.
want to hear Dave typing. That's what we want to hear. But
and why do you type so fucking hard?
right,
Calm
because he's
down.
German.
Let
Because he's
people-
German. I am German. But hey, no, Nick, pleasure having you on. Check out Warrior Skate Co. on Facebook and Instagram. And like I said, entertain Buddy's idea. Maybe get a hold of Buddy after the show. Feel free to stay on. And, we'll definitely get behind that, not in Buddy's fantasy world, but we'll get behind it monetarily to where we can, maybe make a difference. And at least, and I always say this, if whatever you're doing with your life, if you change someone's life for the better, just one life, all right, you've done more than a lot of people have. So keep doing that. And Nick, last words before we turn it over to Dave to start typing his closing.
I got nothing.
He's scared. Yeah, I would be scared too after the shit I took.
Yeah, fuck. You make it very all right, Dave. Close this
Hey,
out.
Nick.
But before you close this out, hey, I think Chris is going to play a video after the show, so watch it. It's a movie that's getting released. That's about a story about one of my buddies in the 82nd that fell down a well in a firefight. Not a very good thing that happened, but a lot of great things came out of it. So check that out at the end of it. It's a good produced movie. But Dave,
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Nick.
yet, Chris.
Really appreciate you coming on. I love your vision. I know you're in stages of what you're about to create, and I think it's going to blow up. I think there's a lot of potential. Because like I mentioned earlier, like kids, young men and women join the army. They had all these hobbies, specifically like something like skateboarding. They join the army, it's all gone. But then they get out, they're still that child. That inner child is still there. So I feel like there's a lot of potential to get back on the grind and then be able to focus on a hobby, because I think hobbies are one of the most important things to have, especially when you're dealing with mental health struggles and things like that. So good luck, man. Obviously, we're going to be following your journey. Anything that you ever require from us, just hit us up, man, and we'll assist you with that. For everybody that's watching, hey, go to YouTube, give us a subscribe, give us a like, because we're like shadow ban on there, and then go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Okay, that is our new store. It's finally launched. All right, same link as always, but we've merged Gruntworks with Veteran Trash Talk. So the Gruntworks website is going away. It'll just be on shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Go buy a shirt, support the cause. Okay, put some money in our pockets. All right, help us feed our kids and stuff, because we can't afford diapers, none of that stuff. So have a great Saturday, and we'll catch you guys next week. We're out.
What the fuck is going on?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Are we just watching a video with no sound? No sound with the video. God damn it, Chris.